Hello everyone, my name is Mayumi and now I will going to share to you about the curriculum or the Moodles or the approaches that most of the school uses and even though parents use it at home. Montessori is a method of education that is based on self-directed activity, hands-on learning, and collaborative play. Dr. Maria discovered that experiential learning and the type of classroom led to a deeper understanding of language, mathematics, science, music, social interactions, and much more. A project approach is an in-depth exploration of a topic that maybe a child or teacher initiated and involve an individual or a group of children or the whole class. A project approach may be short-term or long-term depending on the level of the children's interest. HighScope is a quality approach to early childhood care and education which has been shaped and developed by research and practice over 50 years. It identifies and builds on children's strengths, interests, and abilities. The central belief of HighScope is that children construct their own learning by doing and being actively involved in working with materials, people, and ideas. David Weickart is the founder of HighScope. The Bank Street approach, known as the developmental interaction approach, recognizes that all individuals learn best when they are actively engaged with materials, ideas, and people, and that authentic growth requires diverse and nurturing opportunities for ongoing social, emotional, and cognitive development. The founder of Reggio Emilia is Loris Malaguzzi. Reggio Emilia is an approach to early childhood education views young children as individuals who are curious about the world and have the powerful potential to learn from all that surrounds them. The Reggio Emilia has four major principles, and these are emergent curriculum, and the project, representational development, and collaboration. Waldorf education is a worldwide independent school movement developed in Europe nearly 100 years ago by Australian philosopher, social informer, and visionary Rudolf Steiner. In Waldorf education, the learning process is essentially threefold: engaging, head, heart, and hands-on thinking, feeling, and doing. The constructivist teaching is based on the belief that learning occurs as learners are actively involved in the process of meaning and knowledge construction rather than passively receiving information. Learners are the makers of meaning and knowledge. Constructivist teaching is the thinking and creates motivated and independent learners. The Protect Zero, that is what we call multiple intelligences, or we call that MI theory, on the other hand, claims on the basis of evidence from multiple sources that human beings have a number of relatively discrete intellectual capacities. Components of multiple intelligences theory are interpersonal, intrapersonal, logical mathematical, naturalist, spatial, bodily kinesthetic, linguistic, and musical. This theory was originally put forth in Howard Gardner's landmark in 1983 book Frames of Mind and has been put to use in the ensuing years in classrooms all over the world. The PATH curriculum is a comprehensive program for promoting emotional and social competences and reducing aggression and behavior problems in elementary school age children while simultaneously enhancing the education process in the classroom. The Creative Curriculums Foundation is based on the findings of 6 main theories. These 6 main theories are T. Berry Brazelton and Abraham Maslow believe that children need their basic needs, and which include safety, belonging, and self-esteem. And then Eric Erikson and Stanley Green's PAN focused on the necessity of having supporting, trusting relationships with adults, which increases social emotional development. And then the last is Jean Piaget and Lev Vygotsky discuss how interactions with others are crucial in cognitive development. Through their views on children, the curriculum is constructed as a guideline for how we as center can be united to provide the best possible care. The creative curriculum has 4 stages, and these are social or emotional, physical, cognitive, and language. And there are 5 basic components, and these are know children, creating a responsive environment, what children are learning, caring and teaching, and building partnership with families. Parents as Teachers is an early childhood parent education and family support program serving families from pregnancy until their children enter kindergarten. The program is designed to improve child outcomes by working with the parents to increase parents' knowledge of effective parenting practices and child development, and to encourage parents to access community resources that support their activities as parents and the development of their children. Parents as Teachers offer 4 components, and the first one is parenting or child development information provided through home visits. It could be telephones or group meetings and so forth. And then the second is parent support groups. And then the third is child screening or assessments. And then the last is it refers to services as appropriate. The home instruction for parents of preschool youngsters, or that is what we call the HIPPY or the HIPPY, is a 2-year home-based educational enrichment program that builds on the natural bond between a parent and child. The home visiting model helps parents with limited formal education prepare their preschool age children for successful early school experiences and strengthens the bonds among schools, families, and the communities. The Hands-on Science Outreach, or that is what we call the HUSU, operated as a national non-profit organization registered in Maryland with a volunteer board of directors that conducted informal science education program from year 1984 to 2007. The programs were developed as a science alternative to sustain after-school activities in sports, music, dance, and even in crafts. The program developed in Montgomery County and Maryland and administered from there as it grew. Open Court Reading is a reading program for grades kinder until grade 6 that is designed to teach decoding, comprehension, inquiry, and writing in a 3-part progression. Part 1 of each unit, Preparing to Read, focuses on phonemic awareness, sounds and letters, phonics, fluency, and word knowledge. And then the Part 2, reading and responding. It is emphasizes reading literature for understanding, comprehension, inquiry, and practical reading applications. And then the part 3, it is the language arts, focuses on writing, spelling, grammar usage, mechanics, and basic computer skills. The Sesame Street preschool programs expose children to academics through play, movement, and exploration. The curriculum is aligned with the National Curriculum Framework and is structured to cover the 6 critical domains of development. And these are the cognition, language, social, emotional, physical, and creative. The arts are one of the humankind's most essential forms of communication. Traditionally, arts have been secondary to its academic curriculum. School creates a course of study that centers around the performing arts. Academic core courses, it could be English, history, mathematics, and the science, are driven by the performing arts. They believe that the arts first is enhance students' self-concepts, communication skills, and performance in academic disciplines. And then the second is improve attitudes towards and perceptions of other cultures. And then the last is raise scores and standardized assessments. High-reach learning provides curriculum, helps to build exciting, enriching, and effective classroom experiences for children up to the age of 5. The High-Reach curriculum is a learning program for infants, toddlers, 2s, 3s, and pre-kindergarten, which based on the philosophy that children learned best through hands-on activities. It is designed to help children educators meet the demands and challenges faced every day, such as providing a fun and stimulating environment.